All right, good afternoon. Sergeant Walton, Sergeant Duncan. We're going to go through how things will be during test week, but Sergeant Duncan will go through a little bit more slow, a little bit more deliberate. He will show you where everything is. Please pay attention. If you have any more questions after the demonstration, please ask. Good afternoon, Staff Sergeant Walton. I will be your grader for this individual testing station, Whiskey 7, FGM 148 Javelin. Your task is to prepare the FGM 148 Javelin to fire. Then you will have to perform immediate procedures for a misfire. Conditions: you are a gunner who has been directed to engage enemy targets with your javelin. While engaging enemy targets, you experience a misfire. Standards: you have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to prep the javelin to fire, and you will then have 2 minutes to perform immediate action procedure for a misfire. These steps must be done in sequence. Do you understand?
Kill.
Cool. At this time, the only thing you're allowed to downgrade is your weapon system. Please place the weapon system on the sandbag to your left. Make sure it's oriented downrange in a safe direction. Ensure that your weapon is on safe and that your dust cover is closed.
My weapon is pointed in a safe direction. My dust cover is closed. My weapon is on safe.
Good. At this time, you have 1 minute to inspect your equipment. You can do it if you want to, but you're gonna have to.
All right. So if you choose to take the minute, which I highly encourage you to do, you're gonna pick up the clue. You're gonna check to make sure that the interface connector has a cap right here, right? Just wanna make sure that's on there. You wanna come over, you're gonna make sure the night lens has a cap right here that you can lift up, okay? And then you wanna make sure the day sight also has a cap that you can flip open, all right? Then you're gonna come down. I want you to, you're also gonna wanna open up the battery part, and you're gonna wanna look inside to make sure there's nothing in there that can obstruct you from putting the battery in. All right, sweet. And then you're also going to make sure you have a battery. And then you're going to want to come over. You're going to want to look at the tube. You want to make sure, oh, you all see the safety pin, right? Right here, this little lanyard with a little metal piece. You're going to make sure that the ring around the safety pin and everything is not bent, and make sure the lanyard is still connected to the tube. And that's why, because we don't want y'all having a bent one or anything like that that could prevent you from having a proper way of getting a go. All right. So after you're done inspecting all your equipment, you will look at your grader. You will say, I have inspected my equipment.
Perfect. Once you're done inspecting your equipment, myself or one of the graders will tell you. Since you're done inspecting your equipment, we will now begin testing. We'll start with part 1. You have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to prepare your javelin to fire. Do you understand what you must do at this time?
I do understand what I must do at this time.
Perfect. Yourself and your grader will both confirm zeros. There it goes on the clock. Zeros on the clock. Perfect. Your time begins in 3, 2, 1, begin.
All right, first thing you're going to do, you want to come up, you want to make sure that the clue is turned off. Here's where the switch for the clue is, all right? You'll see how it looks like a little arrow pointed down? All right, it says off, day, and night. Make sure it says off, right? And it's on the right-hand side with the lens faced towards the target. Then you're going to go down and you're going to want to put the battery inside the clue. So when you put the battery inside the clue, make sure that the connector is on the top left corner of the battery. All right, if it's not, you're gonna try to put it in. It's just not gonna work for you. See, just slide smoothly in. Then you're gonna put the battery cap back on, put the clue right there. You're gonna come over, you're gonna grab your tube, you're gonna lay it down with the brackets facing up and behind the black line. You will not cross that black line until step 14. After you know that the brackets are up and closest to the target, you're gonna come back over to the clue. You're gonna pick it up. You're gonna disconnect the interface connector cap. You have to disconnect it. Just pull on that, bring it over there a little bit. You come over, you're gonna open up the night lens. Just lift it up like that, and then you're gonna open up the day lens. Just flip it over like that. Now, when you go to connect it to the tube, there are 2 hooks right here. You'll all see the 2 hooks? Sweet. There's 2 hooks, and there's 2 perfect grooves that can right here on the bracket. You're just gonna line it up like that, and it should just slide right in like that. It's nice, smooth, and easy. You're gonna shake it right to left, forward and back, and then you're going to lift it up. Lifting up is basically going to ensure that it is locked onto the clue, the tube, and will not fall off. You're then going to put it back down, and you are going to take a knee on the left side of the javelin. Hint: the javelin will always be on the right side of you. It'll never go to the left, never go to the front, never go to the back. It will always be on the right side of you. Now, after you have attached the clue to the tube, you're going to come up and you're going to disconnect the safety pin from the forward cap. Now, when you disconnect the safety pin, just put your finger inside the loop and pull directly back towards you. Do not pull left to it, do not pull up, don't yank down. Just pull directly back and it's gonna slide right out, just like this. Nice, smooth, and easy. After you get the safety pin out, you're gonna get your right hand, you're gonna lift up right here, you're gonna get the forward cap and just twist left and it slides right off, just like that. And then you're gonna put the Javelin on top of the cap, just like that. Metal to metal. Do not face the cap where the metal is facing down towards the ground, okay? So after you do that, you're gonna come up, you're gonna visually inspect inside the tube for any dirt, dust, and debris. If there's not dust and debris, but to be safe, I'm gonna get my right hand, grab the back of it, and lift up to dump it out. Now, after I do that, I'm going to vocalize and do turning the clue on tonight for 2.5 to 3.5 minutes, and you should feel 2 clicks with the switch. 1, 2. To feel that, you are going to assume your firing position. The easiest way to put the Javelin on top of your shoulder is hit your left hand, grab this hand right here, get your right hand, get up, and just throw it on your shoulder. When throw it on your shoulder, you're now on step 14, and you're going to assume your firing position. There's 2 authorized firing positions. There's the kneeling that is like this, and then there's the seated. I recommend doing the seated. It's a lot more comfortable, and it's easier to manipulate the weapon system. When you get into your firing position, you're gonna look through the diopter. You're gonna say, clue indicator light is lit.
Clue indicator lights are flashing.
When the greater state, the clue indicator light is flashing, you're going to say switching today for 30 to 60 seconds. Switching today for 30 to 60 seconds.
30 seconds have elapsed.
When the greater states 30 seconds has elapsed, you're gonna say turning off. When you turn it off, you're immediately gonna say turning back to night. 2 clicks, remember. When you turn it back to night, you're gonna say adjusting diopter. You're gonna bring your left hand up and touch right here. You'll see the diopter, it's just the sight. All right? Adjusting diopter. And then I do that, I'm gonna go in, and before I say seeking, I'm going to say seeking, and grab the trigger, the seeking trigger on the left, okay? So hear that click? We need to hear a click when you do that, because if you don't, it's no go. So, seeking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backblast area is clear. Acquiring target. Lock on target. Firing on target. Y'all see how I emphasize squeezing the right trigger? That is because you need to squeeze the right trigger when you're saying firing on target, because that is a firing trigger. So when you're saying firing on target, you should be squeezing both triggers. Okay? So we're gonna rerun it. Seeking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backblast area is clear. Acquiring target. Lock on target. Firing on target.
Misfire.
Misfire, misfire, misfire.
All right, at that point, that'll stop your time for part 1 on that first misfire. Remember, you have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to perform part 1 and prepping the Jav to fire. At this time, everybody still should be a go, so we're gonna rock on to part 2. Part 2, you have 2 minutes to perform immediate procedures for a misfire. Whoever your grader is at time, you look down at you saying, about to do part 2. Do you understand what you must do?
Ooh.
Perfect. You and your grader will both confirm zeros on the clock. Zeros on the clock.
There's zeros on the clock.
Perfect. Your time begin in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Seeking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backblast area clear. Acquiring target. Lock on target. Firing on target.
Misfire.
Misfire, misfire, misfire. When he states the first misfire for phase 2, you're gonna say switching today for 1 second, turning off. You're then gonna put the Javelin on the right side of you, and you're going to lift the clue up. There's a little lever right here on the bracket, and just lift it up. Get your free hand, swipe underneath, and say swiping for any dirt, dust, or debris, just like that. Then you're gonna push it back down and lock it in. After you lock it in, you're gonna go right, left, forward, back, and lift up to ensure that it's locked on. You're then gonna come over and say switching tonight. 2 clicks, remember. Then you get your left hand, grab this hand right here, get your right hand, underneath it, and you just lift it up like that. After you do that, you're gonna go repeat yourself. Seeking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backblast area is clear. Acquiring target. Lock on target. Firing on target.
Misfire.
Misfire, misfire, misfire. When he says misfire for the second time, you're gonna go replacing BCU. You're gonna slap this big black part right here. Replacing BCU.
BCU replaced.
When the greater states BCU replaced, you're gonna repeat yourself again. Seeking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backblast area clear. Acquiring target. Lock on target. Firing on target.
Misfire.
Misfire, misfire, misfire. Your third and final misfire in phase 2. You're gonna repeat yourself from the first misfire. Switching today for 1 second, turning off. You're gonna put the javelin on the ground. You're gonna disconnect the clue from the tube. You're gonna stand up. You're going to look at your grader and say, moving 25 meters to acquire a new round.
Done. Once you say moving 25 meters to acquire or replacement round, that stops your time for part 2. Remember, part 1, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Part 2, you have 2 minutes.